Hello, and we are live. Hi everyone. It's so great to see everyone starting to join in. I'm going to give it just a few seconds. Give me those hearts. As always, let us know where you're joining. We always love to see where our Amiga hood is joining us from. I am in California. I am in Idlewild, a beautiful mountain town around 2 hours from LA and San Diego, which I now call home. Where are you from? Where are you joining us from? Okay, so let's get this fiesta started. I am Ana Flores. I am the founder and co-CEO of We All Grow Latina Network. And I am really happy to be here because this is, right now we're celebrating our last Instagram Live in this beautiful partnership with Aguacates Love One Today. It's been, like I said, an incredible ride the last 3 weeks where we've been all collectively here meeting up to share our amor for aguacates. Give me an aguacate emoji. I want to see that amor. I want to see all the amor coming in because we are honestly, authentically fans. And, nutrition is something that we really consider an important part of our lives and also the life of our communities. So through this 3-part Instagram series and blog post, we've embraced the path to success through a commitment to wellness, exploring food through our generational history, and forging new nutritional avenues to prosperity with none other than our ancestral, nutrient-dense aguacates. Avocados are a staple ingredient in many of our traditional meals. Let me know if that's true for you. I mean, we truly have like an avocado at least a day in this house because they're also a nutrient-dense food that promotes good health. And if you missed the first 2 lives, you can actually find them on our feed. So after this one, you can go over there. The first one was on the topic of exploring foods rooted to our culture. And the second one, which was hosted by our co-CEO and beautiful partner, Vanessa Santos, centered on mindful eating during Las Fiestas, which are already started. And on this final conversation, we'll discuss a topic that I love, nourishing your future self. Because every single choice we make, every thought we decide to embrace, and every courageous baby step that we take manifests our future. And that's why we've partnered with Aguacates Love One Today to help our amigas make better informed decisions about their nutrition. I am so thankful you joined us right now so that we can have this conversation with Anna Rios, our friend Anna Rios, who has been part of this series and has written the blog post. She is a registered dietitian nutritionist, and we're going to be talking today on how to prepare ourselves for upcoming goals and the new year. Because when you feel your best, you do your best, or not. And of course, we'll also talk about how aguacates can fuel us. A ver, Anna, join me, please. There we are. Let's see. This is always the part. Okay. There we go.
Hello, hola Ana, how's it going?
Bien, Ana, tocaya, ¿cómo estás? How is it over there for you? Where are you joining us from?
Muy bien. I'm joining from Northern California, the Bay Area, and I'm so grateful to be on here today. So thank you, Ana, for having me, and thank you, Aguacates Love One Today. I'm so excited to be here.
I know it's been such a great ride, right? This is our 3rd week, our 3rd Instagram Live series. How are you feeling?
I can't believe it. Time flies, but I've been having such a fun time. There's so much to talk about when it comes to aguacates that it could keep going for many more weeks and we'd still have a great conversation.
Who knew, right? It's always so engaging. It's always like we learn something, and you brought so much wisdom and so much insights, and actually so many amazing tips to the conversations. And I know that there's a 3rd blog post. We're going to talk about it at the end, but I really hope that everybody is able to see all of everything that you've been sharing with us, because there's some incredible tips. So today we're talking about nourishing your future self. Just before we start out, like, what does just that phrase mean to you?
To me, it means preparing yourself for your health, making these changes for the future of your health and your well-being. So today, what I want all of you to take away from today's conversation is how to improve your overall health, but also how to feel better, how to get more energy to get those things done, because life never stops. And I think when it comes to energy and being able to do all those things, nutrition is number one, and we're here to talk about it.
I'm glad that you're getting us ready, because we're in the grind, we're in the hustle, and we forget that there's things that we can do to prepare us for these moments where they're inevitably, right, we're going to feel the rush and there's a lot going on. So I'm glad that we are talking today and really help our amigas to find actionable ways to nourish their bodies, nourish my body too, that will in turn help us all get clear on our upcoming goals and the new year. So let's get to it. So I mean, it's crazy. The year is almost over. We're like quickly approaching the new year in a month or less. So I know that we can sometimes focus on these New Year resolutions, but I'm sure that there are actions we can take now to support ourselves. Can you help us understand how to live healthier lives now? Living in the now.
Yes.
How can we do it now in preparation for the new year?
Yes. So we always wait until the new year to start making these big goals. And I just want to remind everyone that, the goals they seem big. It's like we have a big goal, but right now we want to start working on those small goals, because in order to make that big goal happen, we really want to focus on your weekly goals. Mm-hmm. So in order to feel our best, we have to improve our nutrition. And by improving our nutrition, we have to make small goals. Take it a step at a time. So in order to feel physically great, I recommend taking it day by day and really asking yourself, what can I do? Like, let's say if you're not having breakfast, you're skipping breakfast, you want to boost that energy. Maybe you start by just adding a snack at breakfast time, or building that up, because every small step is going to get you to those big goals. And breakfast is such an important part of the day. Like, it is the most important meal. And as a dietitian, I know my clients tend to skip breakfast a lot because it's just so hectic in the mornings and we get so busy. But even if it's something quick, like let's say aguacates, for example, they can be a great part of our nutrition in the morning, and they can help with our energy levels. So, I know it's something that we don't really think about as much because we're like, oh, breakfast can take so much time. But remember that a simple, tortilla with aguacate or whole wheat bread with aguacate, because aguacate has 85% of the nutrients that you need. So it's 85% of what you should be nutrient dense.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we get at least a third of an aguacate, because 1/3 of a medium avocado contributes nearly 20 vitamins and minerals.
20 vitamins and minerals.
Mm-hmm, exactly. So even if it's just, you open up an aguacate, you spread it on a tortilla or on a toast, or even, I've seen people put it on like cottage cheese or Greek yogurt that's like plain. And that you got your protein, you got your good fats from the aguacate, and it's something, healthy eating patterns are associated with improved longevity. So get your fruits in.
It really makes such a difference to know this, because now every time I can put at least a half avocado into my smoothie, not only is it going to taste great, but I'm doing something really great for my body. Yeah. And, for me, this season has been, I'm adapting to living now in a new town. I'm up in the mountains in Southern California. So now we're expecting probably our first snow in a few days. So I was like, I've never lived in a place where it snows. So I'm also having to adapt and make, these decisions in my life to make sure that I season, because now that the snow is coming, my walk at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock is not going to be possible anymore. So I'm like, how do I now integrate these healthy habits as things shift, as things are getting busier, and as I roll with the seasons, right? So for me, that's what is manifesting for me right now, and how I'm having to ground and integrate different practices so that I'm ready for the new year and not just kind of stuck. So, and there's a lot of preparing that we're all doing from the new year. And it's really about honoring like where we are right now. And again, like we're saying, just taking life one step at a time, living in the now. So what are some habits that we can implement now that will make our body more than likely thank us a week or a month from now, and not just wait until like January 1st hit and be like, I'm on to my resolutions right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Anna, it's never too late to begin implementing healthier habits. And, you know, just like I said, working on something small, whether it's starting breakfast, but planning ahead is something I always recommend to my clients, because it's something that, you know, when the time comes and you're in the middle of the week, we're not really thinking about food as much. We're thinking about, oh, I have to submit these projects, or I have to pick up the kids from school, or, you know, whatever it may be at the time. But meal planning is a term that we hear a lot, right? And a lot of people get intimidated by the word meal planning, but I'm here to remind you that meal planning does not mean the same thing for everyone. It can be so different, and even just, you know, meal planning a few days out, taking some steady steps for the future. I recommend starting with just taking like 15-20 minutes out of your week to sit down with your computer or with your phone or with a notebook and really just making a grocery list of like, okay, let's see, like, what am I craving? Well, it's winter. I'm going to be having some soups. Like maybe I want some frijoles, some aguacates, some, you know, whatever it may be. You want to make sure you sort of have an idea of what you want to make. You make a grocery list that's simple and easy to stick to, that's realistic for you. And it includes all that variety, all those nutrients, you know? So I think that is the first step of meal planning, is really just 20 minutes of your week. You know, maybe on Sundays or Saturdays, right before you go to the grocery store, you want to sit down, you want to make that grocery list and have that plan for the week. So I do want to remind you guys to put aguacates on your grocery list, because I want to connect that energy level, the energy boosting. So 1/3 of medium aguacates is a good source of pantothenic acid, which is a type of B vitamin. Have you heard of that, Anna?
No, I just learned a new one. Pantothenic acid. It's a type of vitamin B.
Yes. So this vitamin B actually helps convert our food into energy, because our body, you know, we process the food, we eat our yummy food, and then it has to convert it into energy to be able to use. So pantothenic acid, oh my gosh, that's a big one. Pantothenic acid is one of those B vitamins that helps convert that food into energy. So if you want to keep that energy going, add aguacates to your grocery list and make sure that you have lots of other colors in there too.
So actually, as you were saying this, a meal prep, I have to admit, I'm not the best. I always say, like, I am going to do this. This is one of the things that is going to be my resolution for the year. But the reality is that I love to make soups. I can, you know, like Instant Pot, and whenever, just like prep. And now I bought these silicone storage that you can, for soups, that you can throw in the freezer super easily and prep, right? So I'm thinking, all these awesome soups that I love to make, imagínate, with just like a little slices of avocado to get that pantothenic acid in.
Yeah, there you go. And let's not forget that we have the blogs up ready on the website on We All Grow, and we also have a ton of recipes on Love One Today, Aguacates Love One Today. There's more recipes with aguacates. I've seen some soup recipes on there, so make sure to check that out.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you that. Do you have any good avocado soup recipes? But I know that we're going to find it on the website on Avocado Love One Today.
Yes,
because they have so many resources there. So we keep prepping. Like, I think I don't want to get us overwhelmed, because that's not why we're here. We're actually here to bring some ease into like what we know is coming in the next month as we're closing off this year. So there's a lot of prepping for the new year, for 2024, that is really like starting to wrap up. We're starting to wrap up some upcoming projects and the end of year deadlines for school or work. I think some of us start feeling a little bit of anxiety about that. So how can we support our amigas by sharing how one can prepare their body, right? Because that's where we always feel this sense of anxiety and pressure. How can we prepare to handle those upcoming deadlines or these end of year projects?
Yeah. So I keep going back to that energy, right? Because I think a lot of us need energy. We need to stay focused, and food is not only energy for the body, but it's energy for the brain. And reiterating, we want to make sure we have breakfast in the morning. For those of you just joining, breakfast is one of the most important meals of the day. We want a meal plan, and that is different for everyone. So let's make sure that we are realistic with our own needs, our own schedule, and sort of just make sure that we have a plan, whether it's just a grocery list or recipes that we want to make for the next week. But the third most important thing that's going to help you finish all of these projects and stay nourished, stay energized, is make sure that you balance your meals without skipping them. Because I know, Anna, I know you've been there where you're just so busy and you're like, oh my gosh, what time is it? Did I skip lunch? Like, what happened there? But there's so many easy and approachable ways to avoid skipping meals and make sure you're having a balanced meal. So making sure you have your fiber, your protein, and some good fats in there. So remember that the type of fat that's found in aguacates is an unsaturated fat. And that's a good fat for your heart. We want to stay healthy. We want to stay energized. And I also want to remind, so going back to the energy, how does a good fat help us with our energy levels throughout the day? So when we are eating, like let's say we're eating like some carbs, some protein, without the good fats, your body is going to metabolize that super fast and it's not going to last as long. But if you add some aguacate in there, that's a great source of unsaturated fat. You're actually going to make that food last longer so that you have more energy and the food doesn't kind of just go right through you.
Okay, you'll be nourishing yourself completely.
Exactly. And one more thing is that avocados are a good source of copper as well. So copper is an essential mineral that helps keeps our blood vessels, nerves, immune system, bones. Like copper does so much in our body. So it's not just the energy we're focusing on. We're actually focusing on a few different things.
We just learned a lot today. A lot of new facts around avocados. Throw me that avocado emoji, please. We want to see it. I mean, because I didn't know about the source of copper. This is incredible. And when you go back to the skipping meals, because I feel that that's something we all do, especially now during the season, and we actually think that skipping a meal is going to be good because of all the fiesta coming up. And I know we already discussed that in the last slide. But I was thinking about how easy it is for me when I think I'm going to skip a meal, because I know I will. That's why I'm always stocked with aguacates. I'm always stocked with aguacates because I know that I can easily put it like on a great, like cracker, or I can put it on tortillas, or I can just mix it with like leftover rice, which is something I did yesterday, right? Like it's just an easy boost, and then I'm gonna be nourished. And now you confirm that.
Exactly. You boost your energy levels, you stay nourished, you get all of these nutrients. Aguacates, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. So actually, on the topic of skipping meals, I think, obviously I'm not the only one. There is a question here about, and I'm glad that this question was asked, because I was thinking it myself. How do you eat breakfast if you're intermittent fasting?
That's a great question. So intermittent fasting has been such a popular fad diet. And before I answer the question, I want to say you always want to talk to a registered dietitian directly about your own experience in your own body, because everyone is different. So you do want to make sure you check in with a registered dietitian that has that license of RD. It's so important to have that. And intermittent fasting, we want to listen to our bodies. We want to make sure that our mind and our stomach is connected. And with intermittent fasting, we're overriding that intuitive feeling that intuitive, the hunger cues that we're feeling. So it's something to really consider. There's a lot more to unpack there, but make sure you talk to your dietitian, your nutritionist, registered dietitian nutritionist about that.
That's a really good way of putting it. That really connecting with that intuitive part of like, if my body needs it right now, how can I make the right choices to nourish my body? And now we know we can do that with avocados. So thank you. This is it's been so incredible, Anna, to get to know you during these last 3 weeks. I was so happy to be able to host the first one and now this one. The second Instagram live was, like I mentioned, was hosted by Vanessa Santos, and you can find all of those, including this one later today. But you can find the first two already on our Instagram feed. Just go right there if you want to catch up more on all. If you think you learned today, imagine we unpacked a lot and learned a lot more facts with Anna the last 2 days, and we also have the last 2 weeks. I'm sorry, and we also have 3 blog posts up on our website. Yep, we can find the links to the one that just dropped today. Is 3 ways to nourish your future self now. So you can grab that link, you can share it with your friends, you can share it with your family so that they also get the benefits of everything that you've learned here today. And it's also going to be on our link in bio and on our stories today. So you can go and find that link. Again, it was written by our expert registered dietitian nutritionist, Anna Rios. And you will find more information on how Aguacates can help you live a healthier life. And I really enjoyed our conversation here today. And I also truly enjoyed and I'm so grateful for the partnership with Aguacates Love One today. Any parting words, Anna?
Thank you so much for having me, Anna, and Aguacates Love One today. This was such an important discussion to have, and I just wish everyone happy holidays and stay healthy, stay balanced.
Stay healthy, stay balanced, stay nourished, and stay loving Aguacates Love One today. Have a beautiful rest of your day, Anna. Have a beautiful rest of your day. All of you joining us here, thank you so much. Again, you'll be able to share, you'll be able to save, and definitely want to make sure that all this information gets to all of your loved ones. And remember to stay strong and again, nourish yourself for the upcoming holiday season and beyond. Un abrazo. Bye. Thank you, Field Grow team.